Networking is one of the most important ways to invest in the future of your career, but it can also be pretty difficult. Not only do you have to find the right opportunities to network, but you also need to find the courage to speak to the people you want to impress. Hey everybody, it's Belinda. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to effectively network online. Online networking can be an excellent way to build a valuable community without the stress. Of course, just like all forms of networking, you're still going to need an effective strategy. I'm going to talk about some tips that you can try. Things like decide where to network. Probably the most important part of building a successful online networking strategy is deciding where you're going to connect with these potential peers. Social media channels like LinkedIn are generally a good place to start, but you can also go further and check out places like Slack groups and forums specifically for your chosen industry. You can also find a lot of great people to connect with on places like Twitter. Keep your eyes open for digital and virtual events too. These are becoming increasingly popular, and they often come with chat rooms and networking spaces where you can reach out to others with shared interests. Now, you want to connect with the right people. As tempting as it may be to build a relationship with influencers or thought leaders, the reality is that it's important to think carefully about who you reach out to. Look for industry peers and people who can teach you something. Connecting with people who already have a strong presence in an industry or link to the business you want to work with can be a good idea too. You want to keep an open mind when your relationships online. You want to keep an open mind when making your relationships online. You might be surprised to discover who can make a difference in your future career. If someone offers to introduce you to someone they think could help you, take advantage. You want to network regularly. When you're starting out in networking, schedule a few hours every week where you can check out what's happening on social media, read up on the content shared on your favorite forums, and participate in conversations. You'll want to have an active online presence if you want to make those connections count. The more people see you online, the more likely it is they'll feel connected to you and want to strike up a conversation. The last one is follow up regularly. If you're going to really grow a successful network online, you need to work harder at making connections than you would offline. You can't expect to have the same emotional link to someone online as you do in person. So you're going to need to speak to the people you meet more often. Make a habit of regularly getting online and devoting time to following up with people you've already met. Be helpful and informative. The more you invest in networking, the more you'll learn that people want to connect with others whom they believe can help them out. The more informative, helpful, and knowledgeable you are, the more valuable you become. This doesn't mean you should be constantly asking your contacts if you can do anything for them, but make a concentrated effort to share useful information whenever you can. On LinkedIn, you can write posts where you talk about your experiences in the industry. On forums, you can respond to questions asked by other people in your space. It's also worth looking for ways to be helpful in other ways too, like responding to emails where people ask for your input or getting involved with podcasts and interviews. Just keep working on it. You won't always be an instant success. Not when you're starting out networking with your peers. It might take a while for people to respond to you, and some might ignore you completely. The key to success, as most things, is to keep working. Don't let it get you down if you're struggling with building your network initially. Keep focusing on your goals and practicing. Over time, you'll learn how to become more effective at building those relationships. What's more, those relationships will help you achieve your career goals. I'll see you at the next video. Hey, before you leave, I need you to subscribe. We need more rocket stars to land their dream job. Subscribe.